I've finished education, I've been through university and the whole system, and I suppose I always thought, or I always sort of suspected, that at this point in my life I would be starting a relationship, and that me and my partner would be deciding what to do next together, you know, and we'd be embarking on that together. Somewhat, I always imagined that I would be the one who would raise the children and things like that, and clean the house and cook meals and stuff. You know, I would be that role of the relationship. But at the moment, it feels more like I have to do everything. At the moment, I suppose I have to job hunt and things like that because it's just me, and so I have to support myself. But I feel like even if I did have a partner, I would still have to get work and do both roles essentially, because whenever I talk to a man, one of the first questions they ask me is, what do you do for money and how old are you? Those are the two main questions. So it sort of makes me feel like in the future it's going to be expected of me that I go to work and have children and this. I'm going to have to do everything, I guess. Sometimes I think about the future and what my relationships will be like. I was in town a couple of days ago and I saw someone with children, I think, or something like that, and I started to think about how one day when I have children, I don't want to be rushed all the time. I don't want to wake up in the morning and I've got to get them dressed so I can just shove them in nursery and get off to work quickly, and then at the end of the day I've got to pick them up and then I've got to get them to bed. I want to have time to be able to take them to museums or do their hair, or take them to the park, or tell them stories and teach them things. I want to have time to be able to support my partner effectively and be a good partner and a good parent. I don't know what will happen. I feel like I put a bit of a pressure on myself to be perfect. I don't know, maybe I've got the sort of idea from talking to people that I need to be perfect. When you talk to someone you like and the first question they ask you is, what do you do for money? I think subconsciously I take on board. If I had a really good answer to that, then it would go further. Or I need a good answer to that. If you type into the internet beautiful woman, you're going to get up a load of images of women with long hair, who are thin, toned, sort of immaculate women, and being told you're beautiful, in my experience, is sort of a rare thing. So I don't know, maybe I take on board that you have to be all of those things. And one of the first questions that people ask you is, what do you do for money? Then I take on board that, you've got to have an answer to that that's more than satisfactory. You've got to impress people. You've got to have good answers to these. You've got to have perfect answers to these. You can't just be coasting by and expecting greatness. I think there was I think there was only one person who I really liked. Whenever I'm thinking about getting into a relationship or something like that, I always think about whether or not it'll work, whether or not it could be a real relationship. I don't want to get into something that I don't think will work and just drag them along, or pretend or something like that, or just be a bit of fun to them or something like that. Once I did like someone quite a lot, actually, but it's kind of silly because we didn't actually know each other personally. I had seen them online, and I had watched their videos a few times, and I haven't watched all of their videos. I'm not like obsessed or something, but whenever they came up whenever they came up, I would think, oh, I like this person, and in between, I guess I would just carry on with my life. But then one day they came up, and I thought, I've liked them for quite a while actually. Maybe I should do something about it. Maybe I should tell them. And it seemed like a crazy idea, because why would they notice me, or why would they care, or even respond? I met them in person, and I asked them, and I haven't actually I haven't told anyone, because I didn't want anyone to think, oh, she's doing it because she's a fangirl, or oh, she's doing it for to get recognition or whatever. I just wanted to ask them out, one person to another person. I remember it was really hard to do, but I did go up and talk to them and tell them. And I remember that in response they asked how old I was and what I did for money, what my job was. And then they said that they wouldn't be calling me, they didn't want to get to know me, I guess. And that's fine. I still like them as a person, and I hope we both find someone regardless. But it does make me think things like, because they asked me how old I was, it makes me wonder if I'm too young, and like if I had a better answer about the job money thing, would I have had a proper chance with them? If I had been impressive, if I had been an important person, would they have said yes? Or is it my appearance? Was I bad looking? I don't know, maybe it just makes me think. I sort of feel a sort of pressure to be perfect, like I've got to have the job, I've got to have the fitness, got to have the looks, you've got to be able to look after children, you've got to be able to do this, you've got to be able to answer all these questions. At the moment, sometimes I wonder if I am looking for a job and trying to get fit and things like that for me, and because I like exercising and things like that, or if I'm doing it for others, to become someone impressive. I like myself as I am. I like the way I look, and I like the way I am, and I like, I think I'm a good person. But at the same time, I feel like to other people, those things aren't true. Other people don't think I'm great or beautiful or worthwhile or good. I think I am, but other people, they I don't impress other people, I feel like a disappointment to other people, because they do always want more, I need to impress other people. I don't feel the need to impress myself, because I am myself, I like myself. but other people will ask what your job is, what this is, what the, and sometimes I think why the definition of beautiful woman doesn't have a set type, but it does feel like it has a set type at times. So it sort of comes from everywhere, you know. I feel like everyone wants me to be better. I don't know. I shouldn't have to convince anyone that I'm worth anything, or worry about disappointing them, or any of that. They should be happy with who I am, and I don't know. Because I said those words just then, but then I thought, well, if everyone's just happy with who you are, then what's the point of doing anything? And I thought, well, I'm still going to do stuff. I'm still going to do loads of stuff, but could you just be happy with who I am at the same time as me doing loads of stuff? Could you spend time with me and just like spending time with me? If you're not gonna do all these things, then what are you gonna do? Hey? What did you do today? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I'm still didn't do all these things. Could the first question not be what do you do for work? Could it be something else? Something personal? Something friendly? Could it just be how are you? See, I don't even know how I could conclude this, because if you're thinking of starting a relationship with someone or the such, then you're going to want to know the answers to these questions. And if you like someone, you're going to want to try and impress them, to give them a reason to like you back. So I don't even know what I could conclude from this. That I have to be perfect. But at the end of the day, I do want to be, impressive and good and fit and stuff. I don't want to. I want to be the best me. I want to be the best me that I can be. I don't want to come up to a situation where I like someone and feel like I'm an embarrassment or something, or why would they like me? I want to be like, yeah, I'm amazing. Sure, they should like me because I'm amazing, and if they don't, then that's fine. I don't want to feel like, oh, I could have done better at life. I want to be like, yeah, I tried my best, and it worked or it didn't. I don't want to be like, oh, if only I had been an impressive person. I want to be the best person that I can be. And then if they don't like that, then that's fine. Then we're not compatible. So I guess I do have to be perfect. Gonna be. Well, the problem is, I guess, though, that whenever someone says, what are you going to do for money, or what are you going to do for a job, or what are you going to do, I always think, I just want to be happy. I just want to be a happy person, happy, and a nice happy family, and jobs and stuff, I guess, to me, are secondary to that, because maybe I'm just not a career-driven person. Maybe I just want to be a happy person and make other people happy and supportive and good. And people sort of look at me like, you're talking like a crazy person. Why are you saying crazy things? Happiness isn't a job. But I don't know, maybe eventually someone's gonna like me because they like me. And they're not gonna sit there and just go, I'm sorry you don't meet the criteria. You know? Eventually you're gonna matter to someone and they're gonna matter to me. No real conclusions. Just stuff.